Hey guys, JH6 and welcome back to Home Defense 101. Alright guys, so last week I talked about mindset, and I talked about a lot of guys that are under the belief that nothing's going to happen to them. So we need to go away from that mindset and realize that something could happen, so like that we could prepare for that. Now this week I'm going to talk about the threat, and I'm going to talk about essentially making the plan, the home defense plan. Now the threat, guys, we need to be very realistic when it comes down to the threat. A lot of times we prepare for zombies, we prepare for Chinese people coming from the sky, and that is not realistic. Most likely that's not going to happen. The threat when it comes down to home defense, most likely it's going to be one guy kicking the front door, trying to go inside your house to steal your computer or something like that. Now the worst case scenario may be 2-3 guys coming with firearms and trying to kill you or something. With that being said, when you do the plan, you need to prepare for the worst case scenario, because if you are prepared for that, you are definitely prepared for the easier one, just one guy kicking the front door and trying to steal your computer. Alright guys, so this plan has to be, you actually have to sit down and write it down. You actually have to continue improving this plan as the time goes. If you write it down and you have the basic fundamentals, like the next month when you're gonna add up to it, now you have that basis. Also, you have to notify your family. You have to let them know. Everyone needs to be informed. If somebody's not informed, it's going to create confusion, and confusion could get people killed. So if something happened, my children needs to know what they got to do. Either A, stay in your room until I get there, or come into my master room. Whatever it is your plan, you need to inform them. Now guys, this plan needs to be done at least once a month, at least once every 3 months. You just got to do some practice. So every month or every 3 months, just do a quick practice to see how it runs. Depends how it runs. It depends how you do the training. It depends, if you identify things that go wrong, then you start fixing those issues that went wrong. So, but definitely, if you don't do the plan, if you don't practice the plan, you're never gonna know if the plan is gonna work or not. Finally guys, there should be a lot of aspects that should be covered in this plan, but just some examples are communication procedures. You should know who's going to call the police. Medical procedures. You should know what the first aid kit is. You should know if I get shot, my wife should know what she got to do. If one of my children get hurt, I should know what I got to do. So definitely medical procedures. The training on firearms, you should have firearms already selected for home defense. You should have the training to know how to do it. The what to do pretty much will be, what are you gonna do? If something happens, what are you gonna do? And that needs to be addressed. Your wife needs to know what you're gonna do. Maybe selecting some points inside the house where you're gonna set up a position. For example, if you live in a house that is 2-story, if you stay around the stairs, you don't know what is gonna come up because you have that section covered. So maybe identifying some of those points. I always tell guys not to go and look for the bad guys. Kind of barricade yourself inside a room. That it will be one of the things that you need to identify that you're gonna do with your family. With that being said, guys, let me know what else you think should be in this plan. I mean, I gave you some of the fundamentals. Definitely the plan needs to be continued to get better as the time goes by. But let me know some of the things that you should be put in the plan. Put it down in the comment. Hopefully see you next Tuesday again. Like always, like, share, and subscribe. And God is in control.
Yeah.